Have a whip round to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with my makeshift whip today, which has, it has a little bit to do with this idiom and expression, but mostly it has to do with money and finances. This is an idiom that's most common in the United Kingdom and Australia, and it's one of those I had actually never heard of till I did the research and the homework of it. I've never used it, never heard of it. However, in the United States, we call it something different, and so then I have experienced it and I have heard it, so I made a little whip today. This actually is derived from fox hunting, and the British military as well as Parliament have a whip round. And it's not a whip around, like having a whip around, like for horses and ponies. It's for, it was for fox hunting. And when they had fox hunts in the early, in the 1800s, in the 19th century, early 19th century and beyond, they would hire people to have whips and use whips to keep the hunting dogs from straying from the hunt. Otherwise, dogs will be dogs and they might stray from the hunt and they might forget about the whole fox altogether. So in order for the people that were fox hunting to actually get their fox, they would hire people to keep them in line, keep them on the path. Now, by the 19th century, by the late 19th century, 1870 or so, the meaning of it changed and it became what we would call here in the United States passing the hat, or crowdfunding. Nowadays, crowdfunding is a term, or sourcing, or all chipping in to share in the expense of buying a gift or to donate to a charity or something. So not round robin. I guess I call it passing the hat, or passing the card. In corporate America, if it was someone's birthday, we'd pass a card and everybody would chip in some money for them to get a present or to get a gift or something. When somebody was leaving the company, a lot of times we would do the same thing. We would, and I can't even remember what we called it now, but we would pass around a card and then we'd put money in it, and somebody would be designated to go out and get a gift for the person that was leaving or whose birthday, or if they had a new baby, for baby showers and things. Now, what does that have to do with our businesses? Could we have a whip round to supersize and grow our business? Well, absolutely. Now there are formalized ways of doing that. And all it means is we're being resourceful. My daughter reminded me, instead of having to have the resources ourselves. Actually, the majority of businesses that grow and supersize don't have the money in the bank. They don't have the cash flow to support their own growth. They have to find another way of funding their growth, their expansion. Things like crowdfunding exist nowadays that never existed before. IPOs, initial public offerings, which are a much more complicated process, but it's a very viable source for a lot of different industries. When done properly, I will add that with everything else. Venture capitalists, angel investors, going to traditional banks, using credit card debt, friends, family, relatives, things like that are different ways to get the funds that we need to grow and supersize our business. But they're all using other people's money, right, to create the changes and the things that we want. And we also, as entrepreneurs and creative, smart business owners, can come up with different offerings, different things that we can sell and provide to people, either products or services that will help us to fund our growth. I'm a believer in internal funding and figuring out how to be resourceful and do our own funding versus going out and getting money from other people. Why? Because then we're beholden to other people. If I do an IPO, I am now beholden to a whole lot of other shareholders and stakeholders and owners in my company. I'm giving up control and over the company. Now that, for a lot of situations, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to grow and create something that lives beyond us. Other times we want to maintain control of the organization, so we'll look for different sources of funding. So curious, have you ever heard the expression, have a whip around? Have you ever participated in one? And what does that mean to you as you're growing and building and supersizing your business? Can you see that it has an application or not? That's our financial related idiom for today. I will be with you tomorrow with another, for the whole month of May, we're doing Money May, financial, money, abundance, scarcity, lack, different related idioms, and how they are related to us growing and building and supersizing our business. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Maybe I'll have a whip around today for my daughter. Bye.